So this is going to be my April empties, and I was actually pretty impressed. There's a ton of stuff that was finally finished off at the end of April. So let me start off with the makeup. I'll put the timestamps for the different categories in case you wanted to jump around from one category to the next. I'll put them down in the description box. So starting off with makeup, I have the Chanel Vita Lumiere Aqua little sample here. This one's in 30 beige. It is a little bit too dark for me, but it is a really awesome foundation. I really enjoy this. So I'm thinking about, once I finish off one or two of my foundations, I will definitely look into purchasing this in the correct shade. But this is really nice. It's very light, and I feel like it doesn't settle into any wrinkles or fine lines or anything on my face, so I've really been enjoying that. Then I used this little kind of cardboard foil packet thing here. This is the Touche Éclat from YSL, and there's actually 3 shades here. There's 1, 2, and 4.5, and I actually used all 3 of them. I used 1 for brightening. It's more of like a pink shade. This one is kind of, it's a little bit darker than my skin tone, but I actually just mixed these two together and it worked just fine. And then I used the 4.5 shade over here as more of a corrector under the eyes, so I'd put that one down first and then go over it with like the number 1. I don't think that I would ever purchase a full size of this product. I think I would much rather get like the Maybelline Dream Lumi little clicky concealer pen. So it was nice while I had it. I think I have one more of these cardboard samples with the little foil packets, and it did last for quite a while, actually a couple weeks. I would say 2 weeks. Then I had, oh, I'm so sad that this is gone. I really want to purchase this. I'm gonna get the full size of this from Birchbox. This is the Benefit Lolly Balm. This is the perfect kind of lilac, pinky purple kind of tone. I love it. I love everything about this. I liked the scent. I cleaned every last little drop out of there. I could have probably tossed this in with my March empties, but I cleaned out every last little drop that was in there, and it took me another 3 weeks to finish off what was on the inside, but I love this. I don't typically clean out the insides of lipstick containers or tinted lip balms unless I absolutely love them, and this one is definitely one that I love. Then I had 2 eyeliners. This first one, this is the NARS Larger Than Life liner in Via Veneto. This was part of the Sephora VIB Rouge gift last year. I don't know if you guys knew, but on the tip it had a little sharpener down here, but it was one of those roll-up pencils, and it is gone now. I can't roll it up anymore. It's scraping against my eye. I actually really enjoyed this black liner. It was very dark, and I could use it on the upper lash line or the waterline. It stayed on both really well, and I didn't have to touch it up throughout the day. So I really love this, but I think I'll stick with my Jordana 12-hour liquid eyeliner pencil in black point over this one. The price difference is not enough for me to justify purchasing that. I also had the Julep Fluid Eye Glider. My mother gave me this one. It came in her Julep subscription that I got for her. But this one was in jet black. This was a felt tip, and something about the tip of this liner just gave me the perfect wing every single time. I never messed up a wing with this, and I even hung on to this for a little while after it dried out and it was just barely putting any product down. I would just kind of stamp my wing out so it would be perfect, but I actually really enjoyed this. I would consider purchasing this depending on the cost of purchasing it without having a Julep subscription. Then I had an eyebrow product. This is the Maybelline Master Shape by Ice Studio. This one's in deep brown. They actually have discontinued these pencils. Now they put out, this is plastic, and instead of having a plastic pencil, they're now wood, but they're just not the same texture, they're not the same tone. So the new ones have just a smidgen more red to them. I have, I think, 3 more of these in my back stock. The only drawback that I have with these pencils is the caps don't like to stay on. Like, this has no kind of secure clicking mechanism to hold it in place, so I'm always losing the cap off one side or the other in my makeup bag, but happy that I got through another one of those. I have been trying to finish this next lip product for the longest time. In 2014, this was one of those items that I wanted to finish before the end of the year. I cannot remember the name. I think it was like Tipsy or something, but it's one of the Tarte Lip Surgeons pencils. It's in my video from the makeup that I wanted to finish off before the end of 2014, but I just didn't make it to finish it off, but it is finally finished now. That is rolled up all the way. It's kind of a very, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like the lip version of NARS Orgasm. Like it's a peachy pink shade, but it has a gold sheen to it. There's like gold glitters in the actual product. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. So it was a very easy shade to wear, except sometimes when the lip product would wear off a bit, you were just left with like a gold sheen, like gold shimmers all over your lips. But I'm happy that this one is finally done. It's been a long time coming. Like this one is so old that all of the writing has rubbed off of the packaging, so I can finally toss this one in my empties. Another product that I was really excited about finishing, I wanted to finish this in the Finish 7 by Spring challenge, but I just didn't do it. But I had repressed this, I had already hit the pan at the end of that video. It's been over a month since then. It's been about 5 weeks, and I am finally done with this blush. Thank goodness. I was using this more towards the back of my cheeks. When I'm trying to use up a blush, sometimes I'll put it a little bit darker towards the back of my cheeks because when my hair's down, you can't really tell that there's a lot more blush back there, but I'm really happy that this is finally done. I ended up having to repress it a second time, but anyway, this is finally done. This was a beautiful color. I wish they sold this in the full size. I'm kind of missing this now. Usually when I've been using a product for so long, I get sick of the shade, but this was a really beautiful color and I really miss it. Miley from Juicy Fashion 11 sent this to me, and thank you so much, Miley. This became one of my top favorite blushes for this year. I loved everything about this blush. Then I have two of the Urban Decay All Nighter little mini sprays. I was actually just refilling this one for the longest time. I have a big bottle in under my sink, but I just decided to pull out the big bottle and use that one, so I'm going to be getting rid of both of these now. I finished this one off, and then this one was one that I was just refilling, but they're both finished. Moving on to some fragrance, I have a body spray, I don't know what you would call it. This is the Victoria's Secret Passionate Kisses. This one smelled so good. This is in cherry and vanilla. That's what the Passionate Kisses fragrance is. I love this. I would definitely consider picking this one up again. I'm crossing my fingers that maybe when they have like their semi-annual sale that they'll have some of these at that point and I can just stock up on them then, but I loved this fragrance so much. It was so good. I have two little vials of perfume. This first one is from Harvey Prince. This is Hello. I really like this one. This one smelled really similar to the Viva La Juicy fragrance. And then this other one is the Vera Wang Embrace. I can't remember what this one was, but she has 4 different fragrances out. This one was the one that showed up in the Walmart beauty box for spring. It was the blue one. It smelled really nice. It was a really fresh, kind of crisp scent. So I liked both of those. Now I have some nail products. This first one, this is the Sesh Clear. This is my all-time favorite base coat. When it gets down to the very bottom, about right to there, and there's just a tiny bit left in there, it kind of thickens up a bit. This used to be like water, and now you can see in there it's very thick. It's thick and viscous, so this one needs to be tossed out. I've tried adding in some thinner with it, but it just doesn't perform like it used to. I do have a couple in my back stock, so I'm okay with getting rid of that little bit there and breaking into a new one. And then I also have the Q-Tex Advanced Revival Nail Polish Remover, and this one is supposed to be formulated to where it strengthens and conditions your nails. So I actually really like this one. It's kind of a light green color, but I feel like it's the most gentle acetone based remover out there. So I really enjoyed this and I'll definitely repurchase that one. Moving on to some skincare products and makeup removers, all that kind of stuff. First off, this was part of the Finish 7 by Spring as well that I just didn't finish off, but this is the Maybelline Clean Express makeup remover. This is oil free. It's kind of like their gel formula. This had the best fragrance ever. I really liked the scent of this product, but you can see on the back there, I was down at that point right there at the end of the Finish 7 by Spring challenge, so I just finished off the rest of this. I actually really liked the scent, and it took off my eye makeup. It just took a little bit more remover, and it took a longer amount of time for it to get my eye makeup off, so I don't know if they still sell this, but if they did, I probably would not pick it up in the future. Then I have the Bliss Multifaceted All-in-One Anti-Aging Clay Mask, and this actually has 10% glycolic acid in here. It also has quartz and jojoba as well, but let me tell you what, if you have any issues with breakouts on your face, try and find a sample of this. It really feels like it just pulls all that gunk up to the surface. It tightens your skin. It just feels really good. It exfoliates. Your skin feels baby soft when you're done using this. It does stain washcloths. I had somebody remind me of that little tidbit when I posted my photo on Instagram, and it does. It really does stain any washcloth, so be sure if you use this to use one that's an older washcloth. I am in love with this stuff. I want to go purchase this ASAP. This is the Chanel UV Essential Anti-Pollution Broad Spectrum SPF 50. I am just in love with this. When I picked up a lipstick, she gave me a couple samples of this. I've handed out a couple of them. I wish I would have tried it first before I was just getting rid of them. I've never had a sunscreen sit under my makeup as beautifully as this one did. I got about 3 different uses out of this sample here. I don't use a sunscreen under my makeup every single day, so I definitely want to go and purchase this. It almost feels like a moisturizer. It leaves a really nice luminous glow to the skin, so this is on my wish list. I have a pack of the Biore Cleansing Nose Strips. Finally finished this pack off. I don't have any more of the little strips out of here to show you guys, but I finished off the rest of them this past month. I feel like they're effective if you use them maybe once a month, once every 3 weeks or something. Any more than that, I've heard that they can actually break like capillaries and stuff underneath your layer of skin, so I don't know. If you have really sensitive skin, I would just skip these, but they're kind of fun to use every now and then. I have been noticing I have some fine lines, like some smile lines on the side of my mouth, and so I had a handful of these samples. These are the Murad Time Release Retinol Concentrate for Deep Wrinkles. This is part of their Age Reform Repair line. So I had 3 samples of these. I've just been using a very small amount of this on like my smile lines at nighttime and in the morning. I honestly can say that I did not see any results from this. I kept all 3 of these. It took me about a month and a half to go through all 3 of these just in the little sample packets. I didn't really see enough of a change or any change at all to warrant purchasing this. So before I put my eye cream on at nighttime, I use a serum. This is the Clinique Repair Wear Laser Focus. This is supposed to smooth, restore, and correct. I have been using this. I got a couple of these with the gift with purchases when I purchased my moisturizer from Clinique, but I've been using this for years and I'm out of it. So I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. I definitely feel like it keeps your fine lines and wrinkles a little bit camouflaged. I feel like it keeps extra ones from showing up. I can feel the difference when I don't use this and I do, so I might end up caving and purchasing this in the full size if they don't have it in a gift with purchase. Speaking of eye creams, I have 2 of them. So I finally finished off my Fresh Black Tea Age Delay Eye Cream, my eye concentrate from them. This is a very small sample size that I got free from Sephora with an order. This one actually had 0.1 fluid ounces, and I think the full size, it's about $80, but I think the full size has 0.5 fluid ounces. So there's a big difference between this little sample and the larger size, but this hung around for a very long time. I think at least 4 months I've had this eye cream. After I finished off the fresh one, I went on to my Algenist one. This is the Complete Eye Renewal Balm. All the writing's trying to rub off of this. I've had this one around for a very long time too. Eye creams take forever to use up. Anyway, this, you can't see in there, but this has taken me a very long time to use up. It's finally done, and I can move on to something else. I used to really enjoy the Algenist one, but I absolutely 100% prefer and recommend the fresh black tea one. I had a pack of these show up from Birchbox, I believe. This is the Wilma Schumann European Skincare. These are hydrating collagen eye pads. There was one use in here. I wish I would have looked at the back a little bit closer because it shows that you can either use them underneath your eye area or on your smile lines. I wish I would have seen that before, but I just used them on my eye, under my eye area. They've dried out now, but you can see there they were almost like a squishy, like silicone filling. It was the weirdest texture ever. They kept sliding down, so I had to keep pushing them back up under my eyes, but I honestly didn't notice any difference after I had used them. I have some lotions here. This one is the Be Enchanted from Bath & Body Works. I'm so sad. This was my very last one of these. I've been hanging on to it for the longest time because they've discontinued this line at Bath & Body Works. I think you can still purchase this line on, if you go online on their website. This smells so good. This is like the most intoxicating berry scent. It says on here, a fresh sparkling blend of iced pomegranate and sugared petals inspired by all that glitters. So it was such a good scent. I love this to death. It's one of my all-time favorite scents from Bath & Body Works. They keep discontinuing my favorite scents. First there was the Coconut Lime Verbena, then they discontinued Be Enchanted. I just heard that they're discontinuing Cashmere Glow too. I'm running out of favorites from Bath & Body Works. They keep discontinuing them. I had this little packet of the Big Fat Yummy hand cream. It's the It Girl scent from Perfectly Posh. This smelled delicious. I will consider picking this one up if I make a Perfectly Posh order in the future. I also had this one. This showed up from the Walmart Beauty Box. This is the N-Spa Exotically Creamy Coconut Rich Body Butter. This was not my favorite. I felt like if I put this on my knees or my feet or my elbows or something, if I rubbed my arm or my leg or something against that area, it would like ball up. And I wasn't using excessive amounts of this body butter. I was just, I don't know, I did not like the formula of this. It smelled fine, but I would not purchase that in the full size. This one also showed up in the Walmart Beauty Box. This is the CeraVe Healing Ointment, and I used this on my knuckles, elbows, my heels, anywhere that needed it. I also used it as a cuticle cream, and I put it on my tattoos. So this was nice, but I felt like I went through it so fast that I don't think that I'll purchase this one in the future. Last, for lotions, I have a huge Mambo Jumbo size of the Lubriderm Daily Moisture Lotion. This is for normal to dry skin. This was actually really nice. It's not greasy, it absorbs really quickly, and it actually provides a lot of moisture, I thought. So I really liked this. I have one more of these Lubriderm lotions. It's not as big as this, but I have one more of those. Moving on to hair products. I actually just finished this one off today. This is the Chi Infra Shampoo. I love this. This is supposed to provide a little bit of extra moisture to your hair. When I first got this, I didn't really like it. It was a very thin consistency of a shampoo, but this is so good. It smelled amazing. It really felt like it cleaned my hair, and you know, I've never actually tried out a Chi product that I haven't completely fallen in love with. So I really enjoyed this, and if I ever see this again, I will most definitely pick it up. I think I got this one at Marshall's for $10.90 or $9.99, so It was a really nice buy. This is the Amika Perk Up Dry Shampoo. This showed up from Birchbox. This has the sea buckthorn berry, and it was alright. It had an amazing fragrance to it, but I felt like it just left a little bit of that white cast. I would consider picking it up if it's in a set or something in the future, but I don't think that I would pay full price for this. Loved the fragrance on it though. This next one, this is the Macadamia Natural Oil Flawless Cleansing Conditioner. So this is kind of like the When conditioner. So you use this in place of a shampoo. This is their 6-in-1 cleansing conditioner. So I have had this under my sink for quite a while and I just wasn't reaching for it. I used to really love this and then I just stopped using it and it felt like it almost tangled my hair when I used it. But I found the best way to use this. I have one more of these under my sink that I got from a Birchbox subscription a long time ago. But when I dye my hair, you are not supposed to shampoo your hair immediately after you dye it. But I found that I can use this immediately afterwards because it's more of like a conditioner product than a shampoo, and it doesn't strip the dye out. So I really have fallen in love with this when I dye my hair. I have a Pantene hairspray. This is the Pantene Pro V Extra Strong Cold. It's in number 4. I thought it was alright. I feel like the Big Sexy hairspray does a better job, so I'll stick with that one. This one was alright though. I have a Revlon Color Silk hair dye. This one's in number 11, soft black. I use this every single month, probably every 4 or 5 weeks to touch up my roots. It's under $3 at Walmart, so it's about the cheapest one that you can find, but it does a really nice job and it doesn't wash out very fast, so really actually enjoy those. The last hair product is a Chlorane leave-in conditioning treatment. You can see right there, it was like their mango. This is all in like French or something. It says on here it's the Chlorane leave-in fluid with mango butter. It's a nourishing and protective treatment for dry and damaged hair. You can see there, I did not like the scent of this. I don't feel like it did much for my ends. It felt like they almost felt worse after I put it in, so I would not recommend that whatsoever. I love their dry shampoo, but that leave-in treatment was pretty bad. I have a couple random items here. This is a pack of the Noxzema Spa Shave 4 blade little pack of razors here. I finally finished off another pack of these. These are my favorite ones now. I used to buy the Venus ones, but I got so sick of spending so much money on them that I went over to these, and sometimes they'll have a coupon in the Red Plum for $2 off. You can find them between $3 and $5 depending on where you purchase them. So I actually really enjoy them. Here is a thing of the Jergens Wet Skin Moisturizer. This one's in the Nourishing Manoi Oil fragrance. I don't think these are bad. You get out of the shower, you don't dry off, you actually get this in your hands and rub it all over, and then just kind of pat your towel on your skin to dry off, but by the time I'm patting the towel on, it's absorbed up into my skin, so I thought it was fine. I don't know if I would purchase this in like the big size, maybe if I had a coupon or something, but it was okay. I have 2 little body washes that I got from the Walmart Beauty Box. This first one is the Dove Go Fresh Nutrient Moisture Mandarin and Tiara flower scent. I actually really enjoyed the fragrance on this. I would consider picking up one of these in the future. This other one is the Aveeno Skin Relief Gentle Scent Body Wash. I was not a fan of this one. It foamed up really nice, it lathered well, but I didn't like the scent, so I don't think I'll pick up that one. I have 2 little foil packets here. I use these on my neck. I have a ton of these moisturizers that are supposed to go on your face. I don't trust a ton of different moisturizers for my face. I tend to break out easily when I switch up my moisturizer, so I just use these on my neck. This one is the Josie Marin Pure Argan Milk Intensive and Hydrating Treatment. This was fine. And then this other one is the Lab Series Skincare for Men. I didn't mind, it was just on my neck. This is their Daily Moisture Defense Lotion. Had a broad spectrum SPF of 15, so that was nice that it had SPF in it, but I don't think I would purchase either one of those. This one is the Crest 3D White Luxe Arctic Fresh Mouth Rinse. So I didn't enjoy this as much as like the Scope, like the green Scope mouthwash. This one felt kind of funny in my mouth. I didn't like the taste of it, so I wouldn't pick this up again. I got this really cheap from couponing at Rite Aid. So then I had a pack of the Crest Noticeably White strips. I love these. If you are in the market for picking up some white strips but you have a really sensitive teeth, if you use these every, I don't know, 3 or 4 days instead of every other day, you won't get sensitive teeth from using these. So these are really nice. They're not nearly as expensive as the professional strength ones from Crest, but they're really nice and I do recommend these. Here's a thing of Crest toothpaste. I prefer the Colgate Optic White, but you know, whatever. This one is the Scope, the whitening plus Scope in the mint version. Like I said, I prefer Colgate Optic White. And then I had a little mouthwash. This is the Act Advanced Care Plaque Guard. This one's in Frosted Mint. I really enjoyed this, so I think I'll pick this one up in the future instead of this Crest 3D white version. And finally, I have some wax products and candles. First up is this White Barn French Lavender candle from Bath & Body Works. Loved this. If I'm taking a bath and I want to relax, this lavender scent is delicious. It's very soothing, it's very spa-like. So this one burned down pretty far. I was kind of impressed with the way that this one burned, and I'm definitely going to clean the wax out of this and repurpose this jar since it's a really pretty blue. I have a couple packs of these wax tarts here. This first one is the J&G's Heavenly Scents. This is like a local brand here in Utah. So this one was nice, but it was more of like a peanut butter, peanut brittle kind of fragrance to it. So it was good. I don't know where my husband picked these up, but they're like just a local brand, like I said. This one was really like a crisp, fresh scent. When I was doing laundry, I like to have this one melting. This is the Sensationals from Walmart. Zen Soothe Your Soul little wax cubes. This was a really nice one. I did enjoy this one a lot. The last one is also from Walmart. This is the Holiday Time Hot Apple Cider. I liked these a lot as well, so these were really good. This was a nice, crisp kind of apple fragrance, but you got the cider with it as well. So anyway, those are all of my empties for the month of April. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.